Light spoilers ahead. Like a Dragon, Pirate Yakuza in Hawaii continues down the trend of insanity with the Yakuza series. You're ex-Yakuza gone pirate.
It's captain now.
Command your own ship with surprisingly great naval combat. Recruit your own personal crew of misfit pirates from around Hawaii. Sail the high seas for treasure, including long-lost magic instruments that let you summon the dark gods. Clash it out in the Pirate Colosseum of Madlantis.
Atlantis is crazy as hell.
And in between all that, lots of go-karting sessions, baseball with cannonballs,
Beautiful.
and of course karaoke on the ship deck.
Let's get to the top.
Ex-Yakuza Goro Majima washes ashore on a remote island, waking up with no memory of who he is. A classic case of the amnesia trope in video game storytelling.
Classic case of amnesia, is it?
After being saved by a boy called Noah, Majima finds himself in the role of a pirate captain in search of legendary treasure.
Legendary, you say?
It feels like the Pirate Yakuza devs just want to make a fun RPG and maybe experiment with some naval combat. Albeit my biggest criticism would be the game's lighting. Something about the saturation, brightness or contrast just isn't right in different environments. And it seems like a lot of other players across different systems have reported similar lighting issues too.
Yeah, I'm not a fan myself.
But it wasn't enough of a negative to subtract from the absolute fun I've had with Pirate Yakuza. It's actually one of the rare games I'd recommend going the extra mile with and getting that 100% completion.
Music to my ears!
Yakuza Pirates is so wacky, and with all the new naval combat, this is going to pull in waves of new players to the Yakuza series. This begs the question, can you just start with Like a Dragon, Pirate Yakuza in Hawaii? God, it's a mouthful saying that title every time. But hell yeah you can. And the fact Majima, our main character, has lost his memories makes this a good excuse for new players to jump in.
I got no memory of anything.
But I'd say there's one major spoiler for the series during the ending of this game. If you care about that, I'd at least play Like a Dragon and Infinite Wealth first.
Yo, for real?
Gameplay can be broken into two main parts. First there's sailing and exploring the high seas, while the other part is on land exploring the cities and towns around Hawaii. This bit plays more like the classic Yakuza experience, packed with plenty of side content to keep you busy. There's lots of ship parts and upgrades to earn. You can even earn lots of cosmetic options for your ship. Naturally, my ship is made of pizza. But what I really like is that helping people in Hawaii through side quests, tasks and minigames allows you to recruit these people as crew for your pirate ship. Whether you're sailing the seas, boarding enemy ships or hunting for treasure, you'll be accompanied by your hand-picked crew.
Hope you're ready!
There's just something really special about seeing your crew in action, knowing they've all got their own little backstories and journey that brought them here.
Maybe hit the pisser while you got a chance.
Speaking of what brought people here, if you're enjoying this, consider subbing to Peter Bytes or liking the video for more content like this. Cover lots of RPGs, you might like my Final Fantasy series where I'm replaying them all and ranking them against each other as I go. Thank you.
Now go on, little guy. Get.
When it comes to sailing the high seas, there's plenty of firepower to go about. You've got cannons on either side of the ship, frontal machine guns, your own personal rocket launcher, and you can always just boost and ram straight into enemy ships. You're free to customize, upgrade and swap out these weapons. I like my freezing machine gun that'll freeze up enemy ships. There's also coconut machine guns which are pretty devastating, and you can even upgrade to laser cannons. Naval combat is all about positioning, lining up your weapons with enemy ships, outmaneuvering the enemy while trying to angle into their blind spots. It all feels like it happens in real time. What do I mean by that? Well, you can swap to Majima's point of view and see the crew in action. And you'll need to do this to check on and help the crew, or put out fires or hazards when things get chaotic.
Don't you worry. There's plenty of wind in these sails.
This time Majima has two distinct fighting styles. Mad Dog, that plays into his crazy Yakuza history with slick combos, while his Sea Dog style embodies his new pirate life. dual-wielding pirate swords, pistol attacks, and a grappling hook. Overall, combat is not too difficult, and I found it quite easy to block and time parries for counterattacks. It's pretty cool. It's a nice change of pace getting to play a bit of hack and slash action RPG combat after some recent turn-based Like a Dragon games.
Damn right.
Like a Dragon, Pirate Yakuza in Hawaii is a spin-off game to the series, but it does still have strong ties to the overarching main Yakuza story. Throughout most of the story we're accompanied by the child Noah, and at times it can feel a bit like we're babysitting Noah.
Don't mind him.
Admittedly, being a side game, the stakes are naturally lower. The story is still decent, but it doesn't tug on your heartstrings at the same level as a major Yakuza game often would. In fact, I found Pirate Yakuza's story was at its strongest whenever it connects back to the main Yakuza plot. The story is decent, and it's a fun, ridiculous side game where we get to play pirates.
You'll soon meet Davy Jones!
So Pirate Yakuza comes with lots of minigames, there's a decent selection, and for the most part they're optional. Cooking, golf challenges, pool. Sicko Snap returns, which plays a bit like Pokemon Snap, and you've got to take pictures of wild sickos in Hawaii.
Great shot.
Crazy Delivery returns too, where you pretty much work as a fast food delivery driver, Crazy Taxi style.
This is the best! Yeah!
Baseball with cannonballs is pretty fun. But I think my personal favourite minigame here would be Dragon Kart. Now, Dragon Kart isn't new to the series, but there are completely new tracks set in Hawaii. Albeit there is quite a bit of reused content and systems from the previous games, like a Dragon and Infinite Wealth, which is kind of tradition with the Yakuza series, but bear in mind, Pirate Yakuza is just a spin-off side game.
Oh yeah? You don't say.
I've just had a load of fun playing Pirate Yakuza. The core gameplay is super rewarding, it feels like whatever you're doing, you're progressing. There's tons of player upgrades to earn, ship parts to unlock, really fun recruiting new characters and micromanaging your crew and ship setups. One of the coolest new additions to Pirate Yakuza is the ring system. Now you can equip up to 10 rings, one on each finger with certain rings that will only fit on certain fingers. Some rings might improve certain fighting styles or ship defenses. I managed to find this cool set of elemental rings. When all 4 are worn, it provides a massive boost to your ship against all elements. Rings provide a form of progression and RPG customization. You'll need to decide which combination of rings fit your playstyle.
Fine by me.
Ever since I started my journey of playing all the Yakuza games, I think Yakuza Pirates might be the easiest one to complete 100% and get all of those achievements. You'll need to deep dive into the side content and minigames, get 100 pieces of clothing unlocked as well as recruit 80 crew members.
Big talk.
Of course you'll need to do karaoke on the deck of your ship for one achievement. But there's also quite a bit of endgame in Pirate Yakuza. You'll need to scour the seas and take down the Devil Flags, a brutal renegade pirate faction. You'll need to clean up the seas by tracking down their ships, treasures and their officers. What I really like is that as you progress and hunt down the Devil Flag officers, you'll unlock more side areas to explore, including a fiery and snowy biome. And in the typical Yakuza fashion, there's an optional super boss, Amon, and I've got to admit it was a lot easier than some of the super bosses in previous Like a Dragon games.
We're turning this tub around!
Right, time to rank Like a Dragon Pirate Yakuza in Hawaii and see how many petabytes it's earned. There are 2 huge reasons to play this game. 1, you get to play as everyone's favourite character, the Mad Dog, Goro Majima.
That's what I'm told anyway.
2, the new naval gameplay. This is probably what's caught your attention, and honestly it's pretty great. It's not perfect, but tons of fun. Getting to sail the seas as a pirate in a Yakuza game is such an insane concept, and it's a very refreshing spin for the Yakuza series. On the ground combat is some of the slickest action combat the series has ever seen. It's over the top, I love getting to lead and manage my own pirate crew that I've recruited from Hawaii. Yes, there's reused assets and content from the previous games, in particular the city of Hawaii itself. I can understand how this would put some people off. I personally don't mind it too much, this is a spin-off side game. It's a little bit cheaper than the main series entries, and there's new stuff too, like the pirate base of Madlantis. I thought the story was decent. After playing the Yakuza series, I am invested in Goro Majima's story. There were a few points where the story dragged a little with babysitting Noah. It's not the deepest story and it doesn't have the highest stakes, but I'll admit, whenever the story ties back to the main Yakuza series, I was hooked. Really excited to see whether the Yakuza or Like a Dragon series goes from here. Pirate Yakuza feels a bit like another crazy experiment, and I really enjoyed it. I had a lot of fun, and I recommend going the extra mile for 100% completion. I'm giving Like a Dragon, Pirate Yakuza in Hawaii a solid 80 petabytes. I had a great time, just really fun and silly. Just misses the mark a little with the story and stakes, and reuses a bit of content, which to be fair I'd expect in a side spin-off game. Alright, have a good one.